Hi, this is Corey Gerard, and this is part 2 for my reality setter, a maker of realities. So, the reality setter's displacements are instrumental in making somewhere lands out of placed regions, which were actually birthed by the setter's design. From certain perspectives, the reality setter creates far greater portions of reality, of eventualities or inevitabilities as compared to its smaller size, or the reality setter is perceived to be far bigger than any and all realities, which is actually true because this reality setter is not limited by any creation scope or range. So it always has a size advantage over its plane of existences. This reality setter displaces with a big bang like signature collision. It sort of manipulates all relevant time, matter, and space by engaging energies that carry data from positions of a forwarding and reverse, meaning the one data stream pertains to the initial building steps or stages which guarantee any reality's overall progress, and the other data stream carries that of an already built reality based on this machine's foresight conclusives concerning every possible definite of an established set reality. So this process pretty much fortifies the integrity and foundations of every placement project, which is, of course, done on such a wide and expansion scale, and the reality setter can control the speeds of its eventualities by slowing the building stages down or by sending a more rapidly progression. The reality setter could affect an event of an existing reality, and happenings would seem like a deja vu because it can change definite certainties which pertains to occurrences into other definite certainties involving the same place, time, and persons. Yes, the reality setter does this because it functions both out and within a timeline pertaining to its set in motion realities. The reality setter gains that advantage by creating a particular spiritual plane of existence and then containing its entire past, present, and future inside of an encased field. Oh, and the deja vu effect probably results from residuals or residues left over from a previous happening that was recently changed. These realities could be integrated by the setter as well as interpreted by the reality setter as long-running films, but the reality setter has access to those realities' entire durations, and it does so at the same exact time. And this truly happens because the reality setter pretty much probes mechanisms by completely immersing in all areas and aspects of any particular reality. The reality setter manipulates time, matter, and space so easily because it's not bound by their conditions for existing, and this machine can isolate tangible and intangible for shaping and reshaping purposes. The reality setter creates sentient conscious life forms, which isn't that hard of a task. Surely it builds systems that have requirements for their very well-being, and these particular systems have alerts which are given to them by the reality setter in order to make those sentients aware of their bodily needs with regards to things such as food, water, and sleep. Next, the reality setter installs sensory functions in bio-living creatures of at least 5, And it gives these beings that in order for them to gain the fullness of experiences through life, because biosensory functions are directly connected to the very fabric of reality itself. So this reality setter truly enables these living things to determine 5 aspects of reality. The reality setter fashions a conscious being by encasing an alertive, responsive system, which is an active, constant, probing organism. Then the reality setter ensures the success of a sentient conscious by equipping it with a self-awareness, which centers the sentient being more on itself than anything else, because a processing and probing mindset will certainly gain all first-hand experiences of a particular thing, and this is due to the fact that it is an individualized focusing. And finally, the reality setter makes a conscious aware by using feeling to bind a sentient mind to both physical and emotional. The reality setter factors in conclusives of situated essentials based on its fact-finding process, which are a resulting of all probabilities, possibilities, and likelihoods. And the reality setter comes to its finalized definites by determining all potentials through assessing seemingly endless outcomes that pertain to every single situated of a reality. And those figures certainly pertain to matter, energy, and gas, as well as tangible and intangible. This reality setter makes the ingredients for its situated projects by preparing the build area for a combination of ideals, time, space, and effort, because these working things will provide the planned coursing, room, and diligence of a developed certainty. And with time, ideas most certainly do influence the effort to fill the space up. So the reality setter uses these in an aligned, immersed, compatible way. And these are truly main factors for the setter to manifest, fabricate, and process tangible material. So thank y'all for tuning in again.